Hey everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Sunless C. We're currently in Varchas, but we're actually about to depart right away. And look at this. I did not actually explore all of this map, which previously, well, most of this was previously still black. I want to say all the way up to here and then around like this or something. These islands were definitely not unveiled. The thing is, so I was able to, as we previously saw, unveil this corner of the map, basically, or this square. And I was actually able to get this one as well by just rubbing against the port wall of Varchas. However, there was still a black square right here all the way inland, definitely impossible to get to. And one that just barely covered this little bay here, but I rubbed my face into that for, you know, quite a while. And I just wasn't able to get that. So then, desperately, I just went for the nearest of these map squares that were uncovered or were still covered up here, like a row of 3 of them, I want to say. Yeah, you can kind of tell. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wide. So there were 3 of them right here. And I just went for this one, and the moment I uncovered this one, this entire chunk of the map. Yeah, honestly, maybe it is really just a 5x5, or no, it's actually 4x4, isn't it? Yeah. So these strips of the map, these vertical strips, are 4 tiles wide. And this appears to be also 4 tall. Okay, so maybe it's always worked that way, not just for coastal areas, but anywhere? No, surely it's only for the coastal areas. Because I'm sure in the open sea there have been individual tiles. Like, yeah, there have been. Like, kind of recently-ish, I filled in some places where there were 1 or maybe 2 black squares still adjacent to each other. So it couldn't be true for any 4x4 square of the map, I guess, that just uncovering a certain percentage of it reveals the rest. It would make sense if they only set it to work that way for coastal tiles. Anyway, be that as it may, that uncovered quite a bit more, but ultimately just revealed these nameless little islands here. Or are they nameless? At least they don't have a port to dock at. But by sailing close to them... Oh, what is that, actually? Burning blue? Spin them a story. Lose terror. Nice. That thing is moving. Okay. What do we have here? I don't think I've ever seen this before. That's a giant jellyfish. Oh, wait. I thought jellyfish... No, jellyfleur is what the small varieties are. Okay. Gonna wait and see if it would ram into me, but while it tried, obviously it wasn't successful, and it seems to be very slow and does not seem to have any sort of ranged attack. Can I please... Hello? What's happening? Oh, it was submerged. Didn't really look submerged to me, but okay. Yeah, this is a very, very easy enemy to just kite around like this. Despite seemingly our reverse speed not being increased at all by our new engine, which is kind of unfortunate, but maybe makes sense just to make cheesing enemies via backpedaling a little bit, or not too easy. It's already easy with certain enemies. Okay, and this is just the same options like with the tiny ones near the beginning of the game. Scoop up what's left or let it disperse. I think all this is going to do, at least with the small ones, all that does is give you some fragments. Scoop up what's left could give me a unprepossessing mass or something, which has a tiny chance of giving me wine. Let's go for that. Supplies and a strange catch. Okay. A barrel of former jellyfish. Okay. Jack and Dandy stack. I guess we already got... Yep. Oh, they even have a lighthouse here. Interesting. Jellyfish... Yeah, okay, so we discovered that island and got some fragments for it. Okay, let's just head north from here, actually. I mean, at this point, there's so little of the map left to explore that I am going to just uncover everything before taking a look at that wreck. Yeah, there was this interesting looking group of islands. Sudden fog of spores. Zader's sneeze. The sound echoes flatly in the soupy air. There's another eel. I didn't mean to do that. It's okay. Are these also just empty islands? Well, there are fungi growing on them. Yeah, okay, I guess these islands specifically don't have anything. Surely there is at least one more place. Also, no underwater ports anywhere nearby, huh? Well, I suppose there is the Gampole, and there's Eagle. But it feels like there's definitely room for one more around here somewhere. But who knows, maybe we have actually found every single place. It could be. Z-Bats aren't reporting anything. Well, that was not ideal. It's okay, I'm gonna go around like this-ish. I don't know, but some sort of weird S-shape, perhaps. It's fine. Not the most efficient, but I'm not too worried about that anymore. Okay, get that explored. Sure, let's just sail in between these spider-webbed islands. Oh, hey there. Tree of Ages, yeah. I fought that thing once, didn't I? I didn't just... not just hallucinating. Pretty sure I did. In fact... Oh, is that not what you summon by using the Element of Dawn? I think it is. I would really rather not be noticed by it, but I want it... Oh god. No, you don't even know I'm here. Don't attack me. It's protecting that map square. That's kind of annoying. Okay, it's... I mean, it just turned around. Stop. Don't... that's fine. Oh, come on. Stop it. Stop being perfectly in my way every time. It's just patrolling this particular strait, which is exactly where I need to go. Let's go. Squeeze past behind it. There. Oh, that's... okay. Already got what I wanted. Jesus, dude. Don't shoot me or anything. I don't remember what kinds of attacks it had. I think it actually didn't have any ranged attacks, which is why I was able to just kite it backwards. Yeah, I think so. So I could actually just fight the thing here if I wanted to. It seems to be around here pretty consistently. It's probably potentially worth it. I forget what it is exactly that you get out of it. Like the heart of the Tree of Ages, the oldest spider at the center of that floating structure made entirely of spiders, if I remember correctly. Surely that can be sold somewhere for a neat profit. I'll keep that in mind in case I actually do need a lot more money for my main quest or something, or any other quest really. Come on. Come on. There it is. It's done. Cartography skill 100. No achievement for that or anything, but, you know, that's fair. I guess it's really not particularly necessary to uncover literally the entire map. You can, even without, you know, having literally every square uncovered, you can say with enough certainty that whether you've found all of the places, all of the ports or not. But, you know, completionism and all that, and it does look very, very neat, very neath, even. Okay, save here. Honestly, I've fulfilled my main quest, my personal main quest, filling in every map square. I could die happy now, or end the game, but I will not. The Wreck of the Nocturne. Board this empty mausoleum, or is it empty? A harrowing emptiness. The fate of the Nocturne is well known and proven by the webs stretching across its battered hull. Aside from those and a few signs of struggle, the contents lie mostly undisturbed. After all, what use have the masters of Saviour's rocks for trinkets, baubles, gold, and gems? I don't know. What use does anyone have for those? If the crew and passengers were lucky, they merely became lunch. If not, you've heard the stories. The kind of Z-stories, saved for campfires on distant shores and cold nights when the rigging creaks. Or the Tree of Ages, a harbinger of doom crewed by sorrow spiders off the Tree of Ages. Yeah, well, I mean, we've literally just seen that thing. And we've also fought it before, so that's really more than just a story. Anyway, of the Tree of Ages, a harbinger of doom crewed by sorrow spiders and consisting of sorrow spiders. What happened to the Lovers who found Storm's broken heart in a sandalwood box. The suicide songs of mere superstitious nonsense, of course. Of course. Even so, it remains a relief when the candle finally melts and it is time to leave this place to the waves and rocks. And that's it? Oh. But this quality didn't change at all. Savior's rocks walk into my... Okay, so maybe we'll, by interacting with Savior's rocks... I doubt trying this again is going to do anything different until we actually have some kind of reason to be here. So, yeah, I can only assume that interacting with Savior's rocks, for which we need at least a cask of wine, yeah, but how do I start the sentence? Maybe by interacting with that place somewhere, we'll eventually be sent to the wreck to do something here. Because clearly, I mean, yeah, the fact that there is that other quality that is being checked, there's got to be some way to interact with that, to change that, to have something different happen here. But not for now. Also, all of a sudden I find myself without anything to do. I was so sure that there was going to be something more to find here. This is just such an empty area of the map. Like, yeah, this is in fact just about the largest. I mean, I guess there's a empty-ish square in between these places, but this is the largest part of the map that has absolutely nothing in it. No interactable places at all. So, yeah, I was just not expecting that. I mean, one thing that means is that we can now, should now, better be able to get something out of this Carnelian exile, because, you know, you must have messed with the map. Surely I have. Entered in the houses of every power, haven't I? And you need to bring a burning truth to match the burning name. Excuse me? Letters of the name which burns, no more than 0. I mean, I don't have that. It's not like the game is, or she is asking me for any particular item. At last, Salt's song. Do I need this? Okay, this is weird. What does she want from me? I mean, I was thinking that this meant either literally uncovering the entire map or visiting every place. I mean, entered in the house of every power. Clearly, we've met every faction in the game. I mean, those that are actually considered factions are really just, as far as I can tell, London, the Khanate, the Grand Geode, the Anarchists from the Iron Republic, I guess maybe the Empire of Hands? Although I'm not even sure that they are considered on the same level. I don't think so. The 4 I named previously, I think all have that supremacy quality to them, and technically either one of them could gain supremacy over all the others, and the others could lose, maybe permanently, in the struggle for power. But that's all basically in the, you know, eastern, by which I mean western half of the map. Well, either way, I've obviously interacted somewhat extensively with all of those. And I've met the Fathom King. I've met the, well, really every leader. I've been to Polythreme. I've had I met with the king there. Or, well, I suppose I didn't meet with the king. I don't know how the audience went with that one when I brought the idol there. But, you know, the point is that I don't know what else I could do for her. And she's literally the only officer at this point that we have not really advanced any kind of storyline with, even though clearly there is something that can be done. And I'm quite tempted to just look it up at this point, because I'm just flat out of ideas. Unless now that the map has been mastered, I guess, if this is what that means, what the game means by that, maybe now we're gonna have some sort of random event with her. So I guess I'll hold off on just straight up looking up spoilers on this, while I just go ahead and, well, I suppose let's look at the map, look at the list of places that I need to go, and try to come up with a route that makes sense. Hopefully, some sort of sense, and hopefully somewhere along the way, along the many leagues I'll be traveling, something is going to pop up, and if not, well, then we can still worry about that, about what to do with her. So, Port Carnelian. That's a huge one, but before we go there, we need to pick up Zoop from Mount Palmerston. That's right. Zoop and Linen. So, Mount Palmerston, London. Obviously, London is a given. We want to go there for a quest, but also just, yeah, to pick up a couple of things. Wait, we want a solace fruit for the campaigner? Hold on. I only wrote fruit. That was stupid. But I think there is no other kind of fruit, is there? Speak to... Yeah, okay. So we need a solace fruit, which we can buy in a number of different places. Port Carnelian being one of them. So that's not a problem. We're going to go there anyway. Scintillac I could get from Pigmode Isle or Port Cecil. Right. I mean, either of those would be fine, I guess. I have no other reason, as far as I can tell, to go to either one of them. So let's just go with Pigmode, because they're also going to give me, they're also going to throw us a banquet whenever we visit, so that's nice. Definitely nicer than the Port Cecil, more welcoming, that's for sure. On Palmerston for the Zoop. I mean, London, I guess I'll add it to the list. Now, if only I could just use a sorting algorithm to give me the ideal route between these places. Also, obviously, I'll have to visit some of them before others. That's a bit of a mess. So maybe I should just come up with a plan off camera. But, I mean, we want to go to Port Carnelian, but not first. We want to go to... Well, yeah, Pigmode Isle, Port Cecil, really. Just pick whichever. We want to go to Khan's Shadow. I suppose it would make sense, since I'm starting here, to just go to whatever is nearest. So I think in general we want to make a tour something like around this-ish. In fact, I mean, I don't really have any business... Oh no, we want to go to Wither. Yeah, that's also on the list, of course. Okay. So maybe the first thing I want to do is just refuel at the Ghent pole. I guess I picked up all these extra candles, which are now taking up valuable cargo space, because I've just expected there to be a lot more to do. Maybe I'll keep 5 and fill the rest of my hold with supplies for the trip. And then we're going to start with Khan's Shadow. Of course, at that point we could also just head on over to Pigmode and get the Scintillac. I think I might also be able to buy a fruit at Khan's Shadow. I think that was the other option, so that might even work out. I guess I'll see when I'm there. That would be convenient, because then we could just help the campaigner the moment we pick up the Scintillac from Pigmode Isle. And then from there, Mount Palmerston for the Zoop. Over to Wither to deliver the Haruspecs. Let's see here. So my list says Port Carnelian, Khan's Shadow, Saviour's Rocks, that's right. Which is... wait. Oh, it says Saviour's Rocks, yeah, but I need... which is over here. The spider place, of course. The Nativity, whatever. We need some wine for that, though. So, obviously that's gonna have to wait until we've completed our round, basically. I want to return to Rack, because I'm pretty sure that we have warned a place. Was it Port Carnelian recently? and so we have to get a new place to warn to advance that subplot, I suppose. Yeah, but we want to stop by Hunter's Keep, even though nowhere in my journal or in my items does it mention it. But that is where we are supposed to meet the sister who asked us to retrieve the, I keep forgetting, something or other, regret of her brother. I think it's regret that we retrieved from Egel. So, yeah, we want to deliver that there, I suppose. And at that point, obviously, we're pretty much back at London, where I'm going to buy 5 units of linen and some wine. And yeah, that pretty much covers the entire list. And then from there, from there, obviously, we head onward to Port Carnelian. Of course, depending on which place we're supposed to warn next, we might make a beeline for that, depending on how convenient that is. And should I pick up extra honey as well for the other shroom to pick up more blemigans? I have no particular reason to do so. I could put some blemigans ashore in places that I hadn't. Like the Gant Pole. But I really don't know if that is going to do anything for me at all. Also, I suppose I could look up. I can look up in my journal which ports or where I have already put them ashore, and maybe look up a list of all the available places and figure out which ones are still left. But again, I don't think that's ultimately going to unlock anything special. So I think I won't bother with that. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, London. And then, well, yeah, from London to Rec, I suppose that would make sense, even though, you know, Count's Shadow, Pigmote Isle, Rec, London, Wither, Mount Palmerston, and then all the way down? Nah, I think it makes more sense to go around like this. I can also revisit Nuncio, because I feel like there should still be things we can do there. I don't think I've exhausted all the options there, but then again, do I really care that much? I guess maybe one argument for going maybe over like this, Rag, London, then Port Carnelian, and then up to Wither and over to Mount Palmerston might be because I expect that I need to return to Scrimshander after recruiting the final member of the Seven to advance my quest, and of course that way I could make that somewhat efficiently, because otherwise I'll just need to return to, you know, head all the way up to Scrimshander without having anything else to do in the area. I mean, either way, it's not gonna be. There's always gonna be some compromise to be made. And then, of course, with the wine, I'll want to return over here as well. Okay. Yeah, you just. Yeah, I'll have to accept, and I have accepted that it's not gonna be super efficient, I suppose. So I think, yeah, I'm just gonna start with Count's Shadow and just, you know. Oops, wait, what am I doing? Pressing the wrong button, that's why. Yeah, honestly, I should just. Oh, don't get stuck here. There's something over there, and that's just torpedo components. Never mind. I am going to refuel and resupply here. Actually, throw overboard some of the candles. Oh, and the strange catch. I don't need that in before I end up needing it. It always happens that way, but you know, that's fine. Let's go, yeah, like that, and as much fuel as I have room for, supplies rather. It's fine. And save here, I guess. And I'm gonna pause recording, make my way over to Count's Shadow, unless I suddenly come up with a better plan, and we'll see what we can do there. Okay, I guess I'll resume here. This is actually really only like 2 minutes from where I stopped recording, but I ran into this creature that I'd never seen before, a boundling apparently. which I guess is just some sort of fish trapped in an iron cage, kind of similar to the bound sharks. It's had 220 health, so not particularly bad. Also, it was pretty slow and didn't seem to have any ranged attacks, so yeah. In other words, I was able to just go backwards and kill it easily. Its corpse is a mound of twisted metal and flesh, its mottled skin further marred by the gaping rents inflicted by your weapons, yeah. I think I still ultimately did it a favor, though, because this can't be a pleasant experience or existence. Tear the cage from the boundling, the metal is strong and sturdy, you have a need for it. Carve the boundling up for provisions. It does, after all, resemble tuna, does it? An oversized tuna stuffed into a knot of metal. I mean, sure, I've burned through a few supplies on the way here. I wonder what the metal is for, though, or what I'm going to harvest here, so... Oh, hunting trophies. And gain 10 hull. You know what? Not the worst thing that could happen in our current situation, but also not going to really make a difference. A merciful end? Removing the cage is back-breaking work. Rods of steel run through the boundling's inflamed, swollen flesh. Its body had warped to fit its cage. Even its red eyes are distorted, pulled out of alignment by the band across its face. Before carrying the reclaimed metal away, your engineer wipes frothy slime off it. She gestures to a stain. It'll take a bloody good sanding to get rid of this. Well, I guess that was kind of worth it. Well, either way, we're most of the way to Khan's Shadow anyway, so I guess, yeah, in fact, we're almost there. Which gives me a chance to confirm or disprove whether you can actually just surface underneath a place like this. No, here it tells you that an obstruction is preventing you. As it should be. So, they just forgot to do that for the Kelonate somehow? Or something actually did change about the place at some point, and I don't know. Oh, hey, perfect. Looked like we were, like we had sailed way past. Anyway, Count's Shadow. Gathering of Anarchists. Okay, so that's the quest that we're here for. Let's compile a port report while we're here. Also check the shops. Okay, so no fruit here. When did I think... What is the other place I was thinking of? I know it was not just Port Carnelian. Oh, the figurehead of the Eater of Names. You could sell for 250? That's not even remotely worth it. That thing is actually dangerous. This weird skull once adorned the worm-drawn priest barge of the Kelonate. Right, okay. Yeah. I don't know what I took instead, but... Well, turns out that the figurehead, unless there's something else to do with it, other than sell it, is not worth it. Anyway, we can... not actually buy anything useful here? Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's not the primary reason I was here, but I just thought... I just thought it was. There was something more to do. Anyway, Khan's Shadow. No, we should definitely save. I was gonna say just, you know, just go with it. Obviously, this is the only option, but there might be choices or checks along the way. A gathering of anarchists. That is nothing unusual here, of course. Most nights, half the shadow hatches plots over cheap wine and old insults. But who's that officer in the crowd? Well, we know who it is. Oh, he just put himself into our surgeon position. What the heck? I think that's the first time the game has actively changed one of my active officers. Sure, it's taken them away, but not equipped them. Huh. The usual diatribes. The haunted doctor stands listening in rapt attention, his remaining eye closed. On a stage made from tables and upturned chairs, an attractive young man and woman take turns raging against injustice and talking of the glorious day when London and the Khanate and all others who dare to elevate themselves above others will face their reckoning. The irony is, as ever, lost. Once the meeting ends, he hurries over to thank you, glowing with second-hand fervor. I have missed this, says the doctor, something strange taking over his face. If you didn't know better, you'd say it was a smile. He heads over to the young woman to try it out, renewed purpose in his stride. Good for him. Lost a haunted doctor and got the determined doctor, which... now he has a cause. I mean, I don't know if it's necessarily the best possible cause, but hey, good for him. Not sure why the game thought it needed to equip him for me, but then again... Pages 3, Hearts 9. I mean, our iron is really good as it is, and I guess I don't mind the extra pages, plus some extra hearts for what it's worth. Slightly fewer, slightly... No, actually it's the exact same bonus. I'm dumb. So, number of bonuses. Sure, I mean, why not? Speak to him, dine with the determined doctor. He will bring the wine, he tells you. Yeah, could you actually bring some extra? I need some. Do you happen to have any more of that delightful Z trout? No matter. Oh wait, this is probably just the... Well, I mean, we had this option with the former version of the doctor, so let's see if this is any different. Your sorbet slowly melts untouched. And no, they are not restless elements. He slams his hands down on the table. Do you not see, my lady? Every year, the bazaar, she devours us from within. The rich dream honey dreams, while the poor shovel lacquer with their bare hands in the streets, just to earn a few echoes to buy food. And above it all, the masters and the... He never does get around to answering your actual question of whether he enjoyed his main course. Okay. Well, it seems like a slightly exhausting person to have around, perhaps, but I mean, we don't really need to deal with that aspect, so it's fine. Huh. I guess that concludes his quest line, such as it was. Cool. Okay, moving on. To get some Scintillate from the KVs. And, yeah. Okay, just a quick update. I have bought the Scintillate and banqueted at Pigmode Isle, no special occurrences there. And I decided to make my way over to Rec rather than straight up to Mount Palmerston for the Zoop right away, because I figured that, you know, we were going to get another location to visit from Rec, and I'd rather know about that as soon as possible, just so I can plan my route around it. And I got Port Carnelian, which is of course convenient enough. I'm planning to head there soon-ish. So yeah, we'll do that. No other options here. So I'll just be moving onward. Actually, I'm going to take the pretty long trip, but hopefully, or presumably, relatively uneventful. Any random events popping up notwithstanding. Up to Mount Palmerston for the Zoop. And if nothing should happen along the way or there, I will just buy the Zoop and head right on over to Wither to deliver the Harrispecs. And, I mean, if nothing else happens along the way, I'll meet you probably in Wither next. Well, there's a new one. The Screaming Sage. This just randomly popped up on my way to Gators Morn, actually. So I already bought the Zoop, and I'm on my way to Gators Morn to actually buy the Solace Fruit, which, because it turns out that's the other place. Next, besides Port Carnelian, where you can just buy it for the same price, actually. But yeah, on the way there, actually most of the way there, this happened. Captain, I dream of that engine. I dream of the sage in its core, screaming. Captain, I dream of joining him. If I wasn't exactly at 16 crew members, I would do this just because it's, you know, so fascinating. And if they want to, sure, you know. Permit the Sailor to join the Sage in the Impeller's heart. Or I could just forbid it. The thing is, if I do this, it's gonna cripple my speed, and I'm not really a huge fan of that idea. I guess it wouldn't be too bad, because we're about to head back to London, and we're still gonna be able to move at somewhat acceptable speed, so maybe? But there is also the option to speak to the mechanic about it. He built the thing, he must be able to manage it. I mean, ask him? I know. It calls to me too. These things will happen. We have employed forces not intended for mortal use. I mean that quite literally. We must take our knocks. He shrugs. He does look regretful. Oh, yeah. Not super helpful. You know what? Refusing would be kind of lame. Also kind of the sane option, but again, when have I ever worried about that? A brief glory. So we literally just burn a crew member for fuel. For a magnificent instant, the Sailor is silhouetted against a fire at the Impeller's heart. Then he's gone, and the Impeller roars with delight. Perhaps no one saw. Actually, are we slower? Less than half your crew mates, you may not move at full speed. Oh, we're literally reduced. That's how that works. I forgot about that. Yeah, we're still moving at just about the same speed that our previous ship moved at full speed, at speed 1. I was wondering actually if it crippled our speed but remained, retained the same rate of fuel consumption, but I guess it does not. So in a way, it's not that bad. Yeah, it's still way slower than we were, obviously. But again, we are about to head back to London to repair and restore the crew, I guess. Among some other things. So it's not the worst. Excuse me? Why is this started happening now? So what happens when we refuse? Although I suppose at this point, since we're already below half crew, it doesn't really matter anymore, but... Oh, gained 20 freaking terror? So that's just a thing that can happen if you're using... As long as you're using the Fulgent Impeller. Huh. No, Captain, I must! The sun! The sun! Your crew subdues the wretched sailor, and eventually he comes. But the Impeller speaks in your dreams, and in the dreams of your crew. All is not well. All is very far from well. Yikes. Kinda tempted to just reload, because getting this twice in a row kinda sucks. Not gonna lie. Being crippled now, being more terrified, I mean, that doesn't matter, but... Man, that's just unlucky. I guess I'm gonna go with it, but it's not amazing. Also, why did I even keep recording after that? I suppose, I don't know, no particular reason. I wanted to buy a Sunless fruit, and that's really all I wanted to do here. Yep. I mean, I could buy more fuel or supplies, but those are expensive here, and there's no particular reason to. No particular need. Evening at the Errant Limpet. I mean, I suppose I could actually reduce some terror. Although, if we don't reduce it below 50, there is no point really, because it's going to get reduced to 50 as soon as we return to London. Had I not brought Blemigans here before? Or has it actually been reset? Because I'm pretty sure the journal still lists the places that I had previously propagated them. So I don't know about that. Gather intelligence. Succeeded. For what it's worth. Sure, let's do this. Lost 50 echoes, lost 5 terror. Okay, I was kind of thinking it was more than that. And we can repeat that. Wait. Explore the morn? Sure. Contest of riddles again. Meh. 30% chance to win 100 echoes? I mean, that's really not even worth it. Succeeded. And I got a live specimen. Okay, sure. I guess I can sell that. It's fine. But not amazing. Yeah. Oh god, we're so slow. I've gotten so used to the amazing speed. I mean, I really only need to return to Wither, Hunter's Keep, and then London, so it's not that big of a trip, but yeah, we're like half as fast as we would have been, or as we were moments ago. And really feels bad. You get used to that new speed pretty fast, as it turns out. Oh well. Anyway, I am going to pause recording again and see you in Wither. And here we are. Deliver the fading haruspex. Yes, after years at the bottom of the Z, she's home. Okay, keeping things rhetorical, the fading haruspex's disciples gently guide her onto the dock. Is there anything more beautiful than home, she whispers, then smiles. Don't answer that, not here. This is a place for questions, not answers. Here, I hope you find this one suitably intriguing. Well, we're only one away at this point from being able to do something with the scholar. I doubt we're going to be able to get another one, unless we somehow get one as a reward for delivering, for delivering the needle from Egil to the sister. It could be. It's not entirely impossible, but that kind of minor side quest doesn't tend to reward something quite as valuable as a Searing Enigma, so who knows. Sure would be convenient, though, to get one on the way to London. So we could at least check out that option with the scholar, but oh well. Not really expecting it. Gather intelligence, yes. Explore the town, the wind speaks. Hey, I got Storm's attention again. Wait. Actually, that's not great, is it? Did I want that? In fact, had I lost Storm's attention as just like Saul's attention, was it that I regained through some kind of interaction recently when I thought I already had it? Maybe I did no longer have it. What was it? There was something that required both Storms and... Oh no, wait, that was not in this reality at all. Oh, which means that I did not actually have Storm's attention. That's what I needed to steal the Zeppelin. Of course. So I did explore that option and did come here in specifically to get Storm's attention. So that is the same event that I just happened to get there, and I just happened to get it again. The thing is, I think Storm's attention actually can cause problems, as long as you have it. So there is really, we really don't want this. We also didn't even get anything out of this. An ancient anger knows you. You fall into a reverie as you wander the shore. There are words in the wind, a story of sorts, of a gate in the north, of a pale light that began there, a drowned light that will end there, of a high wilderness that other ships may sail. You lift your eyes. On the wall of a saltworks, someone has scrawled, "Is there a sea more sunless?" I mean, that's very fascinating, but I'm pretty sure unless you have a specific reason why you want Storm's attention, which I don't, that is purely detrimental. So, you know what? Yeah, thanks, but no thanks. Thankfully, I did save. I wasn't stupid this time. Like I was a couple of times in the past. We're gonna go with this. Gain the Searing Enigma. Gather intelligence for what it's worth. Will we get the same thing? We probably will. I'm gonna try it once. Yeah, okay. So, never mind then. I'm going to just redo the beneficial things here and make my way to Hunter's Keep to hopefully deliver another quest there. Okay, we are in Hunter's Keep, and it's still in ruins, obviously, but this option is actually here. A small part of me was worried that it might not, because, again, the journal doesn't mention anything about this quest or this location, so, you know, if I hadn't just remembered, because it was very recently that I did this quest, there would be absolutely nothing to remind me that this is even a thing. But it is. Deliver her brother's regret in needle form. Yeah, we could have picked the other options, I suppose, but... yeah, this should work, right? This should do the trick. She offers a smooth wrist and does not flinch. Only this? Afterward, she rubs her wrist. I was certain he had fathered a devil's child. A deviless's child. I had steeled myself to meet the yellow-eyed creature and offer it a respectable home, but this? He kept sleepless watches over a pile of burnt paperwork? Oh yeah, that's what it was. In a half-wondering voice, she adds, "He's right. The secret has made me think the less of him. What a wormy little man, my brother." She straightens her gloves and walks away. And we get a secret for it. That's it. Okay. Sure, whatever. It's fine. Also, remember how Artur was at 59 not too long ago? And then we lost 5 for drinking at Gator's Morn. And I checked a little bit later and we were down to 50, and I was wondering, wait, was there some other interaction I missed that reduced it further? And then recently I checked again, and now it's down to 43. I'm not entirely sure what's happening here. But I don't know. I guess it's better than it randomly jumping, making jumps upward, but it is a bit strange, to say the least. Anyway, finally, back home in London, limping at still somewhat respectable speed, but still limping back into port. Can't wait to restock my crew. I think I'm gonna go all the way, well, not all the way up, but I'm gonna go probably with 20, so we have a little bit of leeway in terms of, you know, making any sacrifices to our engine, if that pops up again. I think I just got extremely unlucky getting it twice in a row, like literally back to back like that. And you could probably go, I mean, all this time before, I've done quite a bit of sailing around with the new engine and without it ever popping up previously, so You could probably go through the entire game without ever having to sacrifice anyone, but when that event pops up, you basically have to, unless you're willing to take just a 20 terror hit just like that. And, you know, so long as you do have some extra crew members, apart from the moral aspect and the role-playing aspect of it, you know, you can just sacrifice one. You even get some fuel out of it, so it's not even a complete waste. But yeah, obviously you want to have a little bit of a buffer. Anyway, returning to London, yes. Harbor Master, someone wants to sign on. I mean, there hasn't been a proper new crew member in the last, like, I don't know, 5 visits or so I doubt that there are gonna be any more. Although I was surprised before when I thought that we had run out of officers, and then suddenly there was a new one, so I'm not ruling out the possibility, but it's probably just going to be a crew member, which is fine, because we're looking for those. Anyway, your business with the alarming scholar is concluded for now? Oh. Oh! Something did change, just not while we were in London. Interesting. Well, okay, since that is just happening now, no matter what, we're gonna save. No point in not doing that. Continue. And see what's what? Wait, what? No, they are still here. What did it say about a benthic... What? A paper? What? Huh? What's going on? Is there anything new? Was I tricked? We have the extra life specimen, which I guess I can give them. Left it untouched. Judgment's egg. Elemental relic. Huh. Yeah, never mind then. Okay. I'm gonna sell this. Favors is increasing. 5 more for 13. Maybe level 13 is where something is gonna change? I don't think anything's gonna change. I mean, just now, it definitely seemed like, it sounded like they were no longer gonna be here, right? I mean, is there normally a message about them just not inviting us specifically? That's weird. Anyway, I don't know that I want to sell anything else necessarily. Definitely not selling these. If only I hadn't stupidly used up... Was it one or actually several of them at one point? I could check out the Dread Surmise option. And honestly, all this might do is give you the item called a Dread Surmise, making the Scholar permanently unavailable, as it warns you. Because you do need a Dread Surmise for potentially something else, but for creating that super item in your study at home, where you need all the different reliquaries and whatnot that you can craft. I guess I'm gonna quickly take a look at the option again. Hold on. Let's take a look at the new recruit, and it's just a Sailor. That's fine. I'm gonna take the cheap Sailor. Pick up to 16, wonderful. But we're also going to hire on more crew. Nice. Lost 1 terror, too. Huh? Rich pickings. Your tall tales find a ready audience, scarred and seasoned men and women tramp aboard and find places to sling hammocks. Nice. I wanted 3. You can get between 1 and 3, I think, for the same price, so we got lucky there. That being said, that's only 19. Yeah, because of course I miscalculated. For some reason I thought I only needed 3 extra, so I guess I'm gonna go for 1 more. And that gave me 3 more crew. Sure, I guess we're up to 22 now. It's fine. I'm sure I'm gonna find a reason to burn them or sacrifice them soon enough. That happens to be the case with this game. Dry dock also, while I remember. Admiralty Yards, yep. Fully healed. Feels good not to be almost dead. Who would have thought? Ventures Executor, yeah, okay, so that's just that. Ah, trinkets, right, of course, that's the quest reason. I knew that was something. I just didn't remember exactly what it was, and I overlooked this option before. Trinkets, just trinkets. Maybe save that one for later. Is there anything going on here? No. I have sold the tiger elsewhere, so nothing to do here either. The tiger, well, not tiger, the panther, I guess, or the live specimen. Right, yeah, we don't want to do anything more there. How about here? No, we can't spend time here. We can go to our lodgings, right. Read the morning papers, which gives me supplies, nice. Spend time with the family. Lost 20 terror, down to 19. Gained a restful night, that's nice. I can turn in a bunch of things with the Admiral. Actually, can I... Do I have... Yes, I have strategic information, which I can turn into... something. Vital intelligence. And we're going to use... I guess, the memory of distant shores, just because we have the most of those. And we have 2 vital intelligence, too. Nice. Sure, I guess we might as well submit that here. 350 echoes. Substantial supremacy. Okay, and it did not increase further from that. Maybe it is as high as it will ever be, as it can be. I mean, I think the moves in the Great Game, other than using one of them to convert the strategic information into vital intelligence, their only other purpose is just to be sold one at a time like this. Yeah, not particularly necessary to do, I suppose. Continue. How much room do we have? We need to... Actually, okay, hold on. I know, I'm just jumping all over the place, but I tend to do that. We want to actually sell a bolt of spider silk that I got for, I think, killing some random pirate or something. We don't need that. We do want 5 bales of parabola linen, though. Yes. Okay, so we have the zoop, we have the linen, we have the scintillate, we have the fruit, actually. Yeah, of course, we can actually do the campaigner thing. Forgot about that. And we want wine. And potentially, yeah, royal blue feather. These are the types of feathers that I'm pretty sure that we would get from those stupid bats. Anyway, yeah, I don't know about any other items that might, you know, be required to do more at Savior's Rocks. I could look it up just to save myself having to go back and forth multiple times, perhaps. But I don't know. I don't feel like it. We're gonna go there maybe when it's convenient and see what we can do with the wine. And if anything else comes up after that, I'll deal with that. We have something extra. Oh yeah, we have our previous engine, of course, which we can now sell. No, wait. That's a weapon. Did I just... It's a freaking Odysseia. Well, okay, that was dumb. Also, I don't appreciate how the game allows you to sell your currently equipped weapon. Hell Thresher. Hard Ender, forward weapon. Okay, yeah, this is the best we can. Oh, lost 450 echoes. Oh well. Not a big deal. Yeah, there's the engine. Sell that one instead. Oh man, okay. That's fine. That's one more inventory space freed up. And we can actually free up one more by using the scintillate. But right. I mean, we were basically done at the lodgings. I just wanted to quickly show off what I meant, just in case not everyone watching still remembers or is aware. But yeah, you can create these various artifacts, I suppose, all of which give you 7 in one of the attributes and can be equipped as auxiliary for 7 more. That's all the same for them. Each one takes 7 secrets, some sort of item, some sort of physical item, I suppose. A captivating treasure, which is way more expensive than 7 lamentable relics in this case, but whatever. 1 supplies in this case as well, because it takes time to make, I guess. Not sure about this one. When the gods of the sea, stone, storm, and salt is something? I don't know. Apparently we're meeting it. And you can't already have one, so you can only have one of each of these. This one takes a live specimen. Right. Oh, and then, yeah, that also creates the Serene Aquarium, which I saw an option to sell somewhere recently and was wondering, because I had never seen the item itself, but yeah. Actually, it's just one of these. Yeah, the biggest problem, I suppose, is that each one of these costs you 7 secrets. Plus, once you've made all of these, spring trophy case. Yeah, you can adorn your house with treasures. Basically, pass them on to the next captain, if you are so inclined, or artifacts for for something slightly less valuable. And then you can write the Song of the Z. That's the one. That's an ending, I suppose. Create the Song of the Z, which allows you to retire happily if you have the correct ambition. Okay, so you have to. That has to be your ambition, but interestingly, it is always an option, even if it's not your ambition. It's a pretty nifty item in its own right, or so the game claims, but yeah, that one requires the Dread Surmise. And don't know if I've seen that required anywhere else, except maybe an option to sell one for something that's probably not worth it at Irem, I would imagine. Or maybe not. But yeah, you definitely need one for this. Then you need port reports from a couple of somewhat out-of-the-way places. Irem, King Eater Castle, Khan's Heart, not really that far out of the way. Mount Palmerston, Port Cecil. Kind of random selection there, but okay. And 40 more secrets just to create this thing. And then you need 77 of each tale. I actually have almost enough Tales of Terror, which is kind of crazy, but yeah. Still missing a few for the others. I mean, I'm surprisingly close to this, and if I had specifically been going towards this goal, I could easily have enough. But yeah, these are some ridiculous numbers, for sure. And then you need all of these 5 different artifacts, which, so you need a total of 75 secrets just for this? That's kind of wild. And I guess I probably had that many over the course of the game, but if you're going for this, you can basically never use, or yeah, you probably never want to use any secrets just to increase attributes, because you want to save them for this. So that's certainly a thing. Anyway, what else? I guess I was not done, or I hadn't even started submitting port reports. Pigmode Isle. Wither. Oh, Isle of Cats, we're actually going to be returning there. Port Carnelian as well. Calonate, possibly. Fathom Kings. Hold, wait. Varchas. We definitely had not handed in this one. Okay. I don't know if it really makes a difference, but... Egel, Demo, Rack. I guess we can ask for a new commission. Wait, what? Was that the wrong option? Oh, there we go. Empire of Hands. Sure. I mean, I'm gonna be somewhat in the area, I guess, but we'll see if I'm actually going to return there. And we can get one more free fuel. Actually, we're gonna have one more. Where do I want to be? Submit port reports. My God. Sometimes just the sheer number of options is overwhelming. Which one makes sense? Which one am I going to return to? Adam's Way. Wait, where's... Oh, Varchas I already handed over. Let's go Adam's Way. Why not? 30 echoes. Sure. Okay. Well, that took a little bit of time. I was going to finish the campaigner's quest here because we have the items required. Just confirming that. Yep, we can maybe heal her for good, for real this time. But of course, I'm going to save that one for next time, so this episode doesn't get extra long. Yeah, we're gonna do that. We are otherwise good to go, and we're gonna head onward and downward, southward. Well, to Port Carnelian, I suppose, which is the next major destination where we're definitely gonna do something meaningful. That is recruit the final one of the 7, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah, and do a couple other things as well, or at least another thing, which I can't quite remember right now, but, it's fine. Game's gonna remind me, helpfully. So, as always, I thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and I shall see you real soon. Bye-bye.